I'm Mombierella.
And I'm CJ Peterson. Welcome to Magic Making Mischief. Get your wands to the ready because we are so ready to cause lots of havoc. So we solemnly swear we're up to no good. So last week you had a kind of interesting experience. Mommy's about ready to burst if I don't pass it over to her. So Mommy, tell us what you did last weekend.
I get to meet Ian Somerhalder at Comic Palooza this weekend. Definitely one of my top 5 and my favorite vampire of all time. So
I'm sure. For those who didn't hear it, because it did kind of squeak a little bit, she got to meet Ian Somerhalder. Her hubby surprised her with an amazing surprise of...
So not only did we get the photo op where they take your picture with them, which I made my husband go with me too because I was kind of nervous.
I miss Queen. Miss Queen.
But he also got the autograph for me. So I got to do both like right in a row. And I framed them. And I'm going to share more next week because we'll talk about Comic Palooza next week. But this is our photo. And my husband's in Indiana Jones, so he looks so cute. And I don't know if you could tell, but I actually had my...
Show the bottom. Come on, keep going.
I actually had my fangs in. And it was funny because he asked about that. But okay, hold on. I'll talk about that next week. Okay. And I got
an awesome picture of him.
He looks so Damon in this picture.
He does.
Totally. Oh my gosh. And he signed it to Mombierella, so that was awesome. And he looked at it, he goes, that is a neat name. He says, how do you say it? And he's thinking it's like this beautiful, like exotic name. So he like rolls the R. I wish I could have recorded it. They don't let you video in there or anything. So that was sad. But he's like, Mombierella. And I'm just like, yes, that's my new pronunciation from now on. That's it. Yes.
Mombierella. There you go. So cool. So last weekend I wasn't here. Mombi, we pre-recorded last week when we had the Kimo Kawaii cosplay crew on. Kimo Kawaii is this weekend at the Lone Star Convention Center in Conroe, Texas. It's going to be a busy June. I will be there Saturday. I believe Mombi will be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
I don't think they're actually open to the public Friday, but I'll get behind the scenes as they're setting up. There may be a before party on Friday. I've got to double check that. And if there is, I'll share it on my social media. But definitely I'll be there Saturday and Sunday. So
awesome. And if you're there Saturday or Sunday and see either of us, make sure to stop by and say hi. We'll take pictures and put you up on social media.
Yes.
That's the fun thing. So that's, again, this weekend at the Lone Star Convention Center in Conroe, Texas. But today we're going to be talking about Joyous Treat, which will be coming up at Fan Expo Dallas. My husband, last year we got Sean Astin's autograph, and I got to meet him and talk to him. So that was super cool for my 50th birthday. So this year he got me another one. It's Joseph Quinn, who is Eddie Munster and Stranger Things, one of my favorite characters there. So I get to meet him and talk to him and get his autograph on Sunday. So super excited about that. That's my birthday present.
Is his character Eddie Munster? Is that actually his character's name?
Eddie Munson.
Munson. Okay, I was like, wait, what? All right.
No. Eddie Munson. He is the bad guy. Well, the bad guy with a heart.
The brother, yeah.
On Stranger Things.
He doesn't have a heart till after a few incidences, though.
He just hides it well.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. But no, he's the lovable guy that you love to hate sort of deal. In the beginning part of it, there is one that you really just don't like, and I really just didn't like this other guy, but Eddie Munson I really liked. I didn't like the one that was kind of against him in Stranger Things, so I didn't care for him. The blonde guy, I didn't care for him. Anyway, so get to meet him. There is a huge star-studded cast for Fan Expo Dallas. I am so excited. And I'm really excited about talking about Comic Palooza next week. But for this week, the cast is huge. So give me just a few moments and we will...
I'd be excited. I'm excited that you're going to be around them. Even if you don't get to meet them, there's a few that I'm excited about for you.
Yeah. Well, we start with Beverly D'Angelo. and she was in the National Lampoon's Vacations.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Miss Bonnie Wright, who was, of course, Harry Potter, Ginny Weasley.
Ginny Weasley.
Carrie Ann Moss, who was The Matrix.
I missed
her. Huh?
I missed her on the list until you just pulled her up. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Charlie Cox, and he is from Daredevil, I believe. Yep. He is. I've got the list over here to my side. I just got to find them all because it's massive. Charlie Cox, Daredevil, The Merchant of Venice, and Dot the Eye. She likes number 2. I don't know who number 2 is. Oh, number.
Well, she means she's like number 2. Oh. She means she's our like number 2.
Okay. Chevy Chase, who is pretty much got his own list going, but including the national. They did like a National Lampoon's Vacation sort of thing. There's a lot of those, and there's a lot of them.
Well, Chevy Chase is like one of those like epic ones that if you meet, like.
Yeah, exactly. And Jazz, yes, that is Trinity.
Yes.
Not this one that's currently up because that's Christy Brinkley, and she was National Lampoon's. And then here is Mombi's favorite,
Christy Ricci. Oh my gosh.
Now some of these I may need some pronunciation help with them because they're pretty kind of rough. Creed Bratton. He was in, give me my list again, The Office. So he's from The Office. That's another thing. They have a lot of The Office, The Clerks, and the National Lampoon's guys. Danny Trejo.
I just watched something with him in it last night. Fanboys. I didn't even know. They had so many stars in that movie. I didn't know he was in there, though.
He was in Machete and Runaway Train, too.
Yeah, he's done a lot of bigger roles. This was a smaller role, but that was funny.
Yeah, and then Gabriel Luna. He was in... Let me find it. This list is big, guys. He was in The Last of Us.
The series. Are they still doing that series right now?
I don't know.
I haven't gotten a chance to see it, but I love Pascal, so.
Works Hard wants to know, are all those the expected guests there? Yes. There were a few cancellations, which I will get to. Grace Van Dien, she was the counterpart to Eddie Munson's in Stranger Things 4. She was also in the Greenhouse Academy. This one's been talked a lot about on the Fan Expo stuff. It's Hayden Christensen from Star Wars. So he will be there Saturday only. Just kind of keep that thought in mind. Some of them are Saturday, some of them are Saturday, Sunday, and there's a few that are Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and you can find all of those on Fan Expo Dallas's.
Jason Lee.
Clerks.
My husband got me watching My Name is Earl, and that's the picture they used of him right there was from My Name is Earl, and that show was hilarious. I didn't think I was going to like it, but that was a hilarious show.
Jason Mewes is another one from Clerks. Jeff Anderson from Clerks. John Bernthal. He's in a lot, actually. Just a second. Let me find his name. If you guys saw this list, it would Punisher.
Oh, right.
Okay, this is one of my favorites. This is my guy, Joseph Quinn. He's going to be there. Stranger Things, obviously. He was Eddie Munson.
My friend
going to be there Saturday and Sunday. What?
My friend Chloe Ball, she has a YouTube channel too. She got to go to her first Comic Con. She lives in England, and she said he was so nice. She was so excited to meet him. She said, "You're gonna love him."
I have heard nothing but good things about him. He seems very humble and very sweet from what I'm hearing. So I'm excited. Kevin Smith, Clerks.
A lot from there. Yes, Lena Parilla. Yes.
She's.
Yes, she was the evil queen, or on Once Upon a Time, the series, and she was so good as Regina. She was amazing. I loved her because talk about a bad guy with a heart. Like she literally, you get to see like this whole backstory they came up with her for that series, and I fell in love with her character so much, and she's amazing.
Awesome. Here's another one, Leslie David Baker from The Office. There you go. SG, I don't know what SG means. Oscar Nunez, also The Office. He will be there.
So good.
Paul Walter Hauser. I'm not familiar with him, but he was Cobra Kai.
Okay, I was gonna say I know his face. Yeah. Oh my gosh, he was the guy. Okay, so he wanted to be Cobra Kai so bad, and they were just mean to him, and then they ended up making him be nefarious to be able to be part of it. Yes, I do remember that. Oh my gosh.
She was good as a nice villain.
So good. That's what I thought. I was like, SG, so good. I got it.
Gotcha. Well, we'll get all those acronyms later. We're old. Peter Weller, he was in a lot more than just RoboCop, but this is RoboCop. And then Rainn Wilson, obviously, The Office. Here we go. Machio is going to be there. Yes. Yes, he will be there as well as the blonde one. So we'll get to him in just a second. Randy Quaid, The National Lampoons.
Nice.
Rosaria Dawson is actually kind of a big deal. Not a lot of people know everything that she was in. She was in Clerks, Men in Black 2, Eagle Eye, Josie and the Pussycats, Unstoppable, Zookeeper, and so much more. She kind of is like a ninja. You don't really realize she's there, but she is, and she plays decent parts. And it's like, I didn't click in my brain until after I looked her up what all she was in.
And sometimes people, they play such a good part in one specifically that like, wax on, wax off.
I like that.
They play such a good part in one, like that's their name to you from then on. Like this one right here will always be Kirk to me from Gilmore Girls, but he was great in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. He was such a weird character in Gilmore Girls. It's like, I just rewatched all those the other day, a couple weeks ago, and it was just like, I'm like, dang, there he is again.
He would pop up and just be the weirdest character. He was hilarious. Oh my gosh, love it. Sean Gunn.
Steve Burns from Blue's Clues will be there.
Oh my gosh, Steve Burns.
Then we also have Trevor Furman, who was Clerks. And then Vincent, I can't pronounce his name. D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio. Yeah.
Okay. He was a couple things, actually. Let me find him again. I should have put alphabetical. That would have been very helpful for me. Daredevil, Full Metal Jacket, Dying Young, Men in Black, Mystic Pizza, and Jurassic World.
Mystic Pizza. Okay, I got to rewatch that one. That used to be one of my favorites.
I'm actually kind of excited about this one. It's Vivian Lyra. Blair. Let me find her again. Vivian Lyra Blair, and she's Obi-Wan Kenobi. She was the little Princess Leia.
Oh.
Okay, and then here's your other one from Cobra Kai and Wax On, Wax Off. William Zika. Is that it? William Zabka. William Zabka. So he was Cobra Kai as well as Karate Kid.
Well,
actually felt bad for him in the beginning of Cobra Kai. I really did. So
I liked him in the series. I really didn't think like I was gonna like the Cobra Kai series, but it was really good, and he kind of made it.
Yeah, and so the ones that were canceling, because I know that Works Hard asked about that. The ones that canceled were Henry Winkler, Sonequa Martin Green, Patty Constantine, Brian Halloran, and Zachary Levi. Zachary Levi was Shazam.
Oh, and Henry Winkler, they both canceled. That's sad. But they have such a huge.
They are. They're huge, huge. And that media pass of mine.
Nice.
Will get me into lots of places. So y'all get to come with.
Last year, you did this little clip in the media room. I just found out Comic Palooza had a media room, and I had no idea. Like, I literally did not know. I'm just like, are you kidding?
King Race the First says, yay, how are you? We're doing good. How are you? And Jonathan Avant says, wow.
Jordan.
Jordan Avant. Sorry about that, Jordan. So yeah, the lineup is huge. I mean, just massive. You really can't get too much better than that.
And like, even, I don't know if they've been this way forever, but like the last few years, they've been like a huge lineup of guests. Is that like normal for Dallas Fan Expo? I haven't been to this one yet, so.
They did last year, and they like to do the same thing that like Comic Palooza does. Like last year, they did the Hobbitses. So all
the like a theme
guys were there, and
for a couple days.
Yeah, it's kind of cool though walking through that back area because you get to like literally see everybody. It's so cool. Yeah, you just show that little media pass and in you go. It's fun. But as far Fan Expo is gonna be great. Oh, King Race, are you gonna be there? Because I will be there. Find me and my hubby and we'll get a picture and get you up on social media. So that's the same thing for all of the different Comic Cons that we go to. Come find us. We'll get picture taken and get you up there and everybody gets to say hi, sort of deal. For Fan Expo Dallas, it's going to be June 9th through the 11th at the Kay Bailey Hutchison Convention Center. Oh, he's going to be there. Okay, definitely come find me. I will have my "We solemnly swear we're up to no good" t-shirt on. That's how you know it's me. So there's going to be 60,000 plus people. Make sure to get there early. Parking can be anywhere between $10 and about $50, depending on where you're at. Sometimes you can find those little parking lot things where you can park for like $10. Those usually fill pretty fast. There is also a rail line that goes out there. So pretty excited for that. Mombi, are you back with me?
Yes, sorry.
No, make sure your volume was there because you were really quiet on that side. So it's going to be super huge. When we went last year, there was tons and tons of artists and vendors. The beautiful thing about Fan Expo Dallas is their staging area for their different panels and stuff. They're huge. 10 to 50 is a big range. I agree. That's why you got to find them quick. Got to get there super early, like way before you need to find those $10 ones. But it's usually between about 30 to 50, depending on where you're at.
A day? Like 50 to park for a day? Holy cow. Okay.
Well, there's a lot of money. Okay. There's a lot of parking spots around there. You just got to find them.
Well, and it is, I mean, even in Houston, like, because we stayed in the Hilton and parking was $35 a day, even for self-parking. So, I mean, that's still pretty high, but 50 seems like.
Oh, whoa. Trust me, it is. It's insane. So, but like I said, everybody is there. It's tons of cosplays, tons. The panels are the best. Because like I said, what you've got is you have this huge curtained off area. And you can actually, the film that I took last year was on the far side of it. And you could still zoom in pretty well on them. And they have the big screens as well in case you're too far back. But you get to sneak in there whenever you want to.
That's awesome. So they actually let you film the panels at Dallas, right? Not that I'm bitter with Houston right now.
That might have been a slight hit.
Fine.
They didn't let you film the panels at Comic
They
Palooza?
Threatened to pull my media pass forever if I filmed the panels in Houston this year. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh, and yeah. Okay. I'll talk about it more next week because it was interesting. And part of my stress is over that because I wanted to see the panels and then I spent like an hour for each panel, like not filming anything. So yeah.
Ouch.
This is fine. I'm fine.
I don't film the whole thing. I usually film like a couple little segments here and there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just little snippets. It's nice. Yeah.
Isn't that what the media coverage is supposed to do? Okay, we'll get into more of that next week. But no, I'm super excited about it. I'm also super excited about Kimo Kauai this weekend. We get I like the smaller cons because we have a little bit more freedom in them than we do on the bigger ones. The bigger ones have a lot more rules. Like we can't interview the guests.
Well, and I think it's because like you're closer quarters, you're more controlled, and you really kind of know the people more too, especially like if you do it every year. So
he says, do you get to meet everyone? No, we don't. Like I said, I got to meet Sean Astin last year, but that's because I paid for an autograph. I'm doing it again this year with Joseph Quinn. I do get to see everybody though.
The bigger ones are harder because like there's so many people there and it's hard for them to just keep it under some form of control, I think. So they really do put a lot more rules and a lot more limits on us, honestly. And so, I mean, you can go up. One thing I found out this year that was interesting is you can actually go up and talk to the guests, whether you have an autograph or photo op. You can go in the line and wait and say hello to them. You can't necessarily take a picture or anything or video it, but you have the memories and the opportunity.
Signing?
They wouldn't let me take anything.
Not even signing to prove that he signed it?
They said no cameras. It was a big deal.
Wow.
We'll
Okay.
get into that next week.
What card can the average person film the panel? I mean, I'd imagine you're not supposed to, but
So here's the deal. Okay, like I said, I'll get into this more next week, I promise. But so there were people who were pulling cameras out when they asked questions or certain things happened, and the media was the only one not allowed to do it, who wasn't part of a specific group, one specific group that was allowed to video the whole thing. It was a news channel. I think there was some kind of a thing there. Anyway, so yeah, a friend of mine asked a question and she shared a video. So I shared that, but the disclaimer was, I didn't film this. This is not my footage. But
wow.
yeah, there were people filming who were not media and stuff. So, I mean, I don't think you can control all of them. So
Gamerside Comic Palooza was cool. I'm glad I got to go for my first time in cosplay and record content.
yes, I just checked out some of his shorts today. That was awesome. Yeah, it was so huge though. I'm not surprised that like I didn't cross paths with more people, because even friends that I knew were there, some of them I missed entirely. It's a huge one.
Take pictures though, right?
Yes, I could take pictures at the panels, but they also gave us limits of spaces, that this is where they're videoing. You're not allowed in this space. So there was a lot of rules this year, and I don't remember it being that way. They said that it was before, but I've shared panels from there and never had anyone say that I shouldn't. So I didn't know before, I guess. I don't know. I think they had, well, okay, so Dallas has a huge lineup of like some really big stars and great names. And so I think this year Houston was really trying to compete. That's my theory, because they had some great ones. They had William Shatner, they had Ian Somerhalder, and Paul Wesley, you know, and several other ones too. But I think those were their big names this year. And those were the ones that like they were really patrolling the panels and stuff about not filming for us specifically.
But you could take pictures.
Yes.
Okay. Works Hard says, make sure you smash the thumbs up for the hosts.
Yes. Thank you.
Always a pleasure to hear that. So yeah, it's I can't wait to hear next week myself.
I got some interesting stories, interesting to talk about. That'll be a little venting. No, I mean, I'm discussing.
But we'll find out more next week. Makes you want to tune in really badly. Kind of fast forward the week to find out what happened, because it takes a lot to get to Mombi.
But I do want to hear more about Fan Expo Dallas, because I have not been before, and it looks amazing, honestly. Like the guest lineup aside, like that is their huge draw, I think, honestly. Like that's the big deal, because they have so many big names and stuff. But you mentioned the panels, like, but is it set up like a full-on Comic-Con, like the whole vendors and everything?
Oh yeah. Oh, tons, like tons and tons. So I'm gonna scrim through the guests while I'm talking. Yeah, tons. They have tons of vendors, tons of artists, some really cool setups. And I'll make sure to touch all of them here and there. There's a stage outside for different things, cosplay stuff going on left, right, and center. Tons going on. So really quickly, Joseph Quinn is Saturday, Sunday. Hayden Christensen is Saturday only. There is a cool Hayden Christensen. You can purchase a ticket for an only situation to go with like a group. Chevy Chase is Saturday, Sunday. Carrie Ann Moss, Saturday, Sunday. Rosaria Dawson, Saturday, Sunday. John Bernthal, Saturday and Sunday. Christina Ricci is Saturday, Sunday. Vincent D'Onofrio is Saturday only. Charlie Cox is Saturday only. Rainn Wilson is Saturday only. Steve Burns is Saturday, Sunday. Danny Trejo is Saturday, Sunday. Ralph Macchio, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So is his counterpart, William Zabka. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Bonnie Wright, Saturday, Sunday. Lana Paria, Saturday, Sunday. Kevin Smith, Saturday only. Jason Mules, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Jason Lee, Saturday, Sunday. Christy Brinkley, Saturday, Sunday. Randy Quaid, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Beverly D'Angelo, Saturday, Sunday. Vivian Lyra Blair, Saturday, Sunday. Grace Van Deen, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Peter Weller, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Gabriel Luna, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Paul Waterhauser, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sean Gunn, Saturday, Sunday. Leslie David Baker, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Creed Bratton, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oscar Nunez, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Jeff Anderson, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And Trevor Furman is going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that lets you know exactly who's going to be on which day. King Race, I can't believe Shazam canceled. Yeah, he canceled last week. But it's not always their fault. Sometimes it's a scheduling thing regarding recording or different, if they're in a different show or something. Sometimes it's that. Sometimes it's they were double booked. You don't know. I about cried last year because a couple of the ones that I wanted, Nathan Fillion in particular, canceled, and I about cried on that one. But that was last year. So, like I said, this year I'm super excited with Joseph Quinn. Kay Bailey Hutchinson Center is huge. Make sure you get there super early to get the decent parking spots. Saturday is probably going to be the biggest, but I think some of the better panels are supposed to be on Sunday, from what I'm hearing on the Fan Expo Dallas site. They have a Facebook group for it.
I saw they have some after party stuff and things too. That's one thing from the Comicpalooza weekend that we love is the party that they have on Friday night. So like I saw that Dallas has some actual after parties and stuff that they have going on too on their website.
Mm-hmm. There are special experiences that you can get. Like I said, the evening with Hayden Christensen, which is obviously Saturday only. Jay and Silent Bob Get Old, come join your favorite stars from Clerks, Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes, sign autographs, take pictures as themselves, and in character answer fan questions, maybe a quick stop at the Quick Shop. And then there's like a maid cafe thing. I'm not sure what it's a anime thing.
Anime thing, yeah. The maid cafe. I know on we watched Psyche K the series, and at one point they were doing a fundraiser and they're like, let's do a maid cafe, but the guys have to dress up.
Oh, that would be cute.
It's like an anime thing for sure, yeah.
There's going to be gaming, there's going to be panels, there's going to be artist alleys, there's fan group meetups. There's get this, 400,000 square foot of shopping madness is the quote.
Wow.
Works Hard says, who were you ladies most starstruck to meet and when did you meet them? Mine, Sean Astin, because he was my number one last year at Fan Expo Dallas. I got his autograph and he told me, and I quote, because I told him that it took me 50 years, because he's a year older than me. 50 years. I had sprained one ankle, broke one ankle, and driven 3 hours to meet him. And he says, so, in other words, you've already been to Mortar and back, and we are now sitting in the Shire drinking ale. And I'm like, yeah, sure, that works. So he's a really cool guy. Mombi?
For me, it definitely have to be Ian Somerhalder that I just got to meet last weekend, because he's definitely in my top 5. Like, I have this thing about characters from books that came to life on the screen, whether the big screen or the little screen. And like, I got into the Vampire Diaries books at one point. Then they came out with the series, and like he was one that literally brought that character and like improved on it even. I was just like, okay, no, that's it. That's the character brought to life right there. That
I can't see a crow and not think of him.
I know. Every time I see a crow, I'm like, hey, David.
We went to my stepson got married this weekend. We went to the Grand Canyon on the way out to California, and I saw crows there, and I thought of you. I thought of me and Summer Older. And then when I saw that you actually got to meet him, I did like a happy squeal, and I'm just like, but yeah, I saw the crows and I thought of him, and I'm like, oh no, is he around?
I'm still in shock over that. My second one though, I'd say would be Kevin Sorbo, because like he was the first like person I'd seen so much on stuff that I got to meet in real life, and that was Comic Conroe the first year, so that was what, 3 years ago now almost.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went to introduce myself, it was funny because I literally could not speak English.
Well, King Race says Lou Diamond Phillips and Christopher Judge were mine. Christopher Judge was a Comicpalooza, and I have to say I was Major Jelly for this weekend with you, with everybody that was there, including him. Yeah, no, I am a Stargate geek fan. If I ever had the chance to meet Richard Dean Anderson, done, hands down. He's kind of right up there with Sean Astin with me.
I think my husband would agree with you on him though, just because of MacGyver. So.
Well, I have met some great people though. Like I said, Sean Astin was my number one. I didn't get to meet him, but a friend of mine got an autograph of Michael Shanks for me last year from Comic Palooza. Also, my number 5, Kevin Sorbo. I've interviewed Tim Russ. I've interviewed myriad of people, Adasa, Chuck Huber, multiple voice actors. Tons and tons of fun. Works hard, loves Stargates too. Yep, I've got them on DVD. So if I ever get the chance to meet any one of those in person, I'm taking the DVD set to with them and having them sign the DVD set. Because that is a thing. But all right, for those coming, King Reese, find me. I will be there Saturday for sure. I will be there Sunday getting my autograph from Joseph Quinn. I will be wearing the We Solemnly Swear We're Up to No Good t-shirts. Find me. We'll see you there. It's a Kay Bailey Hutchison Center next weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend, the 9th and 10th. Me too, but no player no more. So this weekend, though, we will be at Kimo Kauai at the Lone Star Convention Center in Conroe, Texas. Come find us.
Come say hi. Come see us.
Do we know who any of the guests are?
I know there's a lot of voice actors at this one. I think they're all voice actors from different animes, and then we've got daughter probably
contest. The cosplayers are going to be there. We did do one in May specifically on Kimo Kauai. So if you want to learn more, make sure to look that one up.
Yes.
In the meantime, like I said, we'll be at Kimo Kauai next week. Next week on Wednesday, we're going to be talking about Mombierella's experience at Comic Palooza.
Yes. There's some ups and downs for sure.
I thought you were there last week when you were not on the weekly podcast. No, last week I was in the Grand Canyon, actually, at the time that the podcast aired.
Well, yeah. During the podcast, she was running the show from behind the scenes for a little bit whenever we were filming it because she was having some issues.
It was bad. Yeah. I didn't feel good. So, all right, y'all. Lovely talking to you, wonderful people, and we will catch you next week. In the meantime, Mombierella.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Love y'all. See you next.
Saturday, we're going to Kimo Kauai. Next week.
All right, we'll see y'all next time. Love you guys. Until then, mischief managed. Bye.